one of the most visionary persons of the nation. Sir, we believe that education is the foundation for the sustained development of the nation. Hence, we have focused the attention not only on imparting quality education, but also on promoting creativity, innovation, concern for mankind, and can-do attitude of our students. We intend to create a pool of knowledgeable, self-empowered, and flexibly skilled Indian professionals. We aspire to send our graduates to the world as men and women of integrity, always grabbing the opportunity to help the country redefine and solve the challenges, to uplift building by adopting a culture of hard work, integrity, diligence. It is with this strong conviction that our students will live up to this call, and I once again thank Honorable Dr. Kalam sir for his inspiring presence among us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I further would like to call upon our respected director, Dr. Rajiv Agrawal, to present before and share the achievements of the institution and journey ahead. Sir, please.
Former President of India, Dr. A.P. Kalam, distinguished guests, dear students, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you all to this distinguished gathering of association with none other than the renowned former President of India, Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam. On behalf of the Institute and on my own behalf, I extend a warm welcome to the living legend, Dr. Kalam, who find time amidst his multifarious preoccupation to be with us evening to interact with our students. Let me take the opportunity to reiterate that any college must not compromise on quality, and the relevance of course must be provided in line with our national aspirations. GL Bajaj Institute of Technology and Management is operating in a very competitive environment. It is commendable to note that GL Bajaj has topped the university merit list, and the institute has secured first rank in MTU and GL Bajaj. And Siddharth Anu Parasman, the first year student, has earned third rank in the university. GBIU has scored good score in CAT and GATE exams. Some of our students have shown their presence in the foreign universities also. Keeping in sync with its vision of promoting innovation among Indian youth, the Institute promotes research and innovation among its students by providing infrastructure, technical, financial assistance. Some of the noteworthy achievements of the GBIUs are design and fabrication of automatic solar cars, preparation of synthetic biodiesel and its performance of ICE engines, the recent addition in this production of electricity from a low-cost hand-operated charger for charging mobile and accessories by one of the students of BTech first year. Another student has done extensive work in the field of digital communication and jamming and presented several papers on different platforms of national and international gatherings. GLBIUs are also working on digital projects. The most recent achievement is the design and delivery of operating system for smart cars. These are classical and shining examples of what our young people can achieve in life. Faculty at GL Bajaj is also extensively involved in research and publication activities. During the last 3 years, faculty has accumulated a sum of 189 national and international publications and 25 books with the publication of the field. The last international conference in food engineering witnessed presence of renowned academicians like Professor Gautam Vishwas, Professor Suman Chakraborty, Professor Sarkar. The conference received grants from the public sector like DRDO and CSIR. The Institute also takes its social responsibility very seriously. The Institute not only provides need of merit scholarship, but also under its social responsibility initiative, 81 students are studying without any tuition fees. This institute is also planning to adapt 2 schools from the Gautam district for providing the personality development program to the students. Last but not the least, we also focus on the character building of the students. We believe that professional and material success should be in synergy with the ethical and spiritual values. Hence, we have joined hands with the SRCM for the same. It will be formally train our faculty and students to balance their personal, social and professional life and serve the country and humanity at large. Once again, I wholeheartedly thank Honorable Dr. Kalam for his kind gesture, for accepting your request. We are highly obliged, sir, with your presence in our campus. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We believe that good deeds bring good results and the good work should be rewarded. In sync with this, we felicitate the meritorious students of our institute. We request our chief guest to kindly bestow the students with merit awards. 2011-2012. Soni Verma. Sahiba Mittal, overall topper on second position in the year 2011-2012. Siddharth Bibu Parsman, overall topper on first position in the institute and third position holder of Mahamaya Technical University, Noida. Sonam Dawar got Academic Excellence Award in PGDM in year 2012-2013. Robin Singh from GL Bajaj Mathura for offer from NASA as a lead software analyst. Thank you very much, sir. Now comes the time for which we all were waiting from the beginning, to hear the pearls of wisdom from the beacon of knowledge and intellect himself. I most humbly request the man of distinct vision, icon of knowledge,
Good evening, friends. Please sit down. Tell me, who are the management guys? Management guys. Okay. Who are the engineering technologists? Who are the students from four schools? Students? Hello? Okay. Now, students, I am first let me read. You don't mind? Okay. Students, would you like to fly? Yes. Now you are going to fly with me. You are ready? Yes. I am born with potential. Not eaten for 3 days. I am born with goodness and trust. I am born with ideas and dreams. I am born with greatness. I am born with confidence. I am born with courage. I will defeat the problem and succeed. I am born with wings. I am born with wings. I am not meant for crawling because I have wings. I am flying, I am flying, I am flying. How many of you want to fly? All of you. You guys are also. So I would like to greet Dr. Ram Kishore Agarwal ji, Chairman GL Bajaj Group, Mr. Pankaj Agarwal, Vice Chairman, Dr. Kanaya Singh, Dr. Rajiv Agarwal, Faculty members, who are the faculty members, please? Faculty members. Okay. Nice to see all of you. And parents and distinct guests, my greetings to all of you. Friends, I am indeed delighted to address and interact with the GLBNs. My greetings to all of you. I am happy that the GL Bajaj Institute of Technology and Management have a number of disciplines under engineering are needed for the country. I am impressed with the statement that GLB ITM generate graduates who are industry-ready professionals. Definitely, I would like to know how it is being done. I will discuss with faculty. Also, I am happy to learn that GL Bajaj Institute of Management Research are working for high-level innovation with students to achieve their dreams with the capacity of leadership for entrepreneurship. Friends, when I see the faculty, students of management research and technology in front of me, I am thinking what thoughts I can share and discuss with you. I have selected the topic of my talk, nurturing the seeds. What is the topic? Nurturing the seeds. What is the topic? This is the topic. Next 15 minutes I am going to talk about. Before that, friends, you all belong to the young youth community, all of you who are assembled, which stand for a culture of excellence. Moreover, excellence not by accident. What is excellence? It's a process where an individual or an organization, yours or a nation, continuously strives to better oneself. The performance standards are set by themselves. They work on their dreams with focus and are prepared to take calculated risk and do not be deterred by failures, and they move towards their dreams. Then they step up their dreams and they tend to reach the original targets. They strive to work to their potential in the process. They increase the performance, thereby multiplying further their potential, and this is the unending life cycle phenomena. They are not in competition to anyone else but themselves. That is the culture of excellence. I am sure each one of you will aspire to become a unique with culture of excellence. Now friends, nurturing the seeds. I want to give you experience of what I got it. So I want to share with you. Friends, here let me recall an incident in the year long ago, 2001, while I was teaching at Anna University, Chennai, a course on societal transformation using technology. I was invited by the Presidency College of Chennai to interact with the students. When I reached the venue, I saw more than 1,500 students overflowing the hall. It's very tough to reach this dais. After I finished my lecture, Vision Elevate the Nation, I received number of questions from the students, which I answered. When I was leaving the hall, suddenly a young student pushed himself from the crowd and thrust a crumpled paper in my hand. I put the paper in my pocket, read it in the car while I was returning to Anna University. My mind got elevated with the power of the message from T. Saravanan, doing MPhil in Presidency College at that time. I would like to share the content of the letter with all of you young fellows, since it is relevant to the subject we are going to discuss. The letter went like this: Dear Kalam sir, the full power of a banyan tree is equal to the power in the seeds of the tree. In a way, both of us, you and me, are the same, but we exhibit our talents in different forms. A few of the seeds become banyan trees, but many seeds die as a sapling without even becoming a tree. Due to certain circumstances and environment conditions, many seeds even get damaged, become part of the soil and manure, helping new seeds to become tree. Saravanan, the student asked me, we have worked for a country and helped many scientists, engineers and knowledge workers. Can you tell me, Saravanan asking me, can you tell me how you ensure that their abilities were not wasted or their growth was not stunted prematurely like a banyan seeds that never became trees? In your service, what the percentage of success you can climb? This question is applicable to all the faculty members who are assembled here. I suitably answered Saravanan and added, it was my great joy to see my team members excelling in knowledge and action. Since Saravanan wanted to know the percentage of success, I replied, it could have been a minimum 60% success I would have achieved, but 60% emerged out of 100% work for the projects. The message for this audience, the message I would like to give is, the seeds of a banyan tree are indeed something like the citizens of the nation. Democracy and governance have the power to give opportunity to every citizen to grow with capacity to perform. Every citizen therefore has the capacity to contribute to the vision of the country in his or her own way, in the process contribute to the success of few, and this can grow in geometric proportion and result in the success of a nation which may be shared by all our citizens. Let every seed nurture. Nevertheless, seeds that become manure must not be treated lesser than seeds that become trees. Dear friends, let me take you now the type of society we are entering in and the challenges. The world in 21st century will be a knowledge-based society with multiple opportunities. I was reading a book. This book, every student should read, Empires of the Mind. Empires of the Mind by Dennis Waitley. This book gives what type of new world which we are facing now. What was yesterday, what is today. I have modified certain points of the author to suit our condition here today. I have also added a third line which relates to action of the education institutes. It specially says, what worked yesterday won't work today. What worked yesterday won't work today. That is the message it gives. For example, 10 examples are there. Yesterday, natural resources defined the power. Yesterday, natural resources defined the power. Today, can you guess? Can you guess? Your professor did a good job, under mark for you. Knowledge is power. Okay, knowledge. Today, knowledge is power. So, education institute like Bajaj Institute will be a powerhouse for knowledge. They have to become a powerhouse. Second point, yesterday hierarchy was the model. Today, synergy is the mandate. That means the education institution will be enabler of intersection of multiple faculties towards vision goals. Yesterday leaders command and control. Today leaders empower. Today leaders empower and coach. Yesterday leaders command and control. Today leaders empower and coach. Potential leaders will be empowered through exposure to the needs of sustainable development. Sustainable development. I am glad you have a vision on that. Yesterday, next point. Yesterday shareholders came first. Today customers come first. That means education should inculcate sensitivity to customer needs. Management students will understand. Yesterday employees took order. Today teams make decisions. That means education institutions have to inject a team spirit. Yesterday seniority signifies the status. Seniority signifies status. Today creativity drives the status. Your guy went to NASA, he has been selected NASA for the work there. Because why he has been selected? Because of the creative mind. So yesterday seniority signifies status. That young fellow is not a senior fellow, but creativity. Creativity desire signifies the status. Today, creativity drives the status. Education institution is the breeding environment of creativity. Yesterday, production determined availability. Today, competitiveness is the key. That means competitiveness powered by research, and university has to have the motto of teaching, research and teaching. Yesterday, value was extra. Today, value is everything. Objective value judgment we introduced in education. Yesterday, everyone is competitor. Today, everyone is a customer. Educated customer is also from education institution. Yesterday, you carefully hear me, yesterday profits were earned through experience. Today, work with integrity and succeed with integrity. All of you, when you graduate from the GL Bajaj Institute, you must make up your mind. Will you repeat with me? Will you repeat with me? I will work with integrity and succeed with integrity. That's a tough job, succeed with integrity. But that's the vision. That's the real. I'm sure the curriculum and method of teaching in the GLBITM and GLBIMR has been designed to cater the needs of the 21st century knowledge society. Now let us study the next point, convergence of technology and the linkage of science and reciprocity. What convergence of technology? When you go to the campus, you are going to have a phenomena, what is called 4 dimensions of convergence of technology. I am going to talk to you. Friends, the information technology and communication technology have already converged. Leading to information and communication technology, ICT, as you know. The information technology combined with biotechnology has led to bioinformatics. Similarly, photonics grown out from the laboratories to converge into classical electronics and microelectronics. Now friends, nanotechnology has come in. It is the field of the future that will replace the microelectronics and many fields with the tremendous application potential in the areas of medicine, electronics, material science. When nanotechnology and ICT meet, integrated silicon, electronic, photonics are born, it can be said that material convergence will happen. With material convergence and biotechnology linked, a new science called intelligent bioscience will be born, which will lead to a disease-free, happy and more intelligent human habitat with the longevity and the human capacities. Convergence of bio-nano-info technologies can lead to the development of nanorobots. When nanorobots are injected to a patient, my expert friends say it will diagnose and deliver the treatment exclusively in the affected area, and then the nanorobot gets digested as a DNA-based product. I saw the product in sample, one of the labs, South Korea, where best of minds with multiple technology work with a target of finding out-of-box solution. Now I am going to talk to you next few minutes, science and reciprocity. Science and reciprocity is exclusively for researchers, for senior students and faculty members. Let me give an example, science and reciprocity. What is that? Science and reciprocity. Let me give an example. Recently, I was at the Harvard University for teaching.